people in sports figures. Are you kidding me? A woman that rebounds and shows up half naked to games. They're just anyway, there's so much I want. Just start with the Sports Illustrated cover.
Angel Reese appears to seek the spotlight, frequently wearing outfits that are quite revealing.
Reese, which is absolutely ridiculous, and let's talk about how ridiculous it is.
Just when you think her actions couldn't be more surprising, she manages to top herself with yet another daring fashion choice.
You just wanted attention. You were being an attention whore. And so because your basketball couldn't do it, you went to other things. It's like a kid that can't get attention from its parents.
While she criticizes fake AI-generated images of herself, her provocative clothing choices seem to invite attention and controversy.
What are we doing here, America? This woman wants WNBA arenas so she can groom children in peace. How dare you come and violate the mini pride parade that had been going on in WNBA arenas? This is a private sex cult. And now you heterosexuals have come in and ruined it. We can't do this in peace.
If she truly cares about her public image, it might be wise for her to reconsider outfits that attract so much unwanted attention.
For us today, Angel Reese, the superstar of the WNBA. She's having some mental health problems, or people over social media are praying for her mental health because she's cracking under the pressure. She got into it with a Chicago Sun-Times reporter and gave him a bunch of 1- and 2-word answers.
Here we go again with Angel Reese, who appears to believe that showing more skin will earn her more attention.
Secondly, if you're the person who voted for Angel Reese, clearly I would think that you're aware of what the reaction may be. Would you put your name out there?
Sure.
I don't think they have yet. I'm checking.
Sure.
Her recent outfits seem more fitting for a late-night club than the Women's Sports Hall of Fame. Seriously, since when did basketball become a fashion show? One outfit in particular has everyone talking.
And that told him at some point that, she can't trust none of y'all because y'all twist my words. And so she's backing away from the media and claiming a little bit of victim status. And then everybody goes to social media. We praying for you, Angel. Angel, we praying for you. We just hope you survive mentally.
Her outfit practically set the internet on fire, leaving very little to the imagination. Reactions were mixed. Some praised her boldness, while others joked about whether she'd had a run-in with scissors. Can you blame them? Dressing like that and expecting silence is unrealistic. Is this really how Angel Reese wants to be remembered? At the same time, she has expressed frustration with the media, saying she can't trust anyone because her words get twisted. She seems to be pulling back a bit, portraying herself as a victim, while social media erupts with messages like, "We're praying for you, Angel," or "We hope you survive mentally." It's hard not to think that she might be somewhat clueless about basketball, and her surprise at how people react to her outfits just makes it seem like she's asking for the attention.
Angel Reese wore Joker shoes. At one point said she embraced being the villain. My issue with Angel Reese is she needs to get into an honest place, and she doesn't want to be a villain. She should quit trying to be a villain. She needs to get off of Caitlin Clark's coattail and just play basketball and leave Caitlin Clark alone.
You can't show up in something that barely qualifies as clothing and then act shocked when people voice their opinions. Angel Reese even wore Joker shoes at one point and said she embraced being the villain. My issue is that she doesn't need to try so hard to be the villain. She should focus on getting honest with herself. Instead of riding Caitlin Clark's coattails, she should just play basketball and leave Clark alone. It's almost like she's handing out invitations for commentary on her outfits, then gets upset when people respond. The irony is so thick you could slice it with a knife. Pure hypocrisy at its finest. What strikes me about Angel Reese is that the controversial moments I've seen on Twitter, based on her own full quotes, aren't being taken out of context. They're exactly what she said.
And here's the thing that gets me about Angel Reese. The controversial stuff that she gets into, from what I have seen on Twitter, because I don't go around reading WNBA wire stories, I'll admit it. Jason, they actually just play the full breadth of her quotes. There's nothing to take out of context. What you say is what you say. Now, maybe the Jason Whitlock and Steve Kims of the world can interpret it in any different way.
What Angel Reese says is exactly what she says. Anyone, whether it's Jason Whitlock, Steve Kim, or others, can interpret it however they like. But the real issue isn't just the outfit, it's the attitude that comes with it. You can't keep wearing clothes that demand attention and then act surprised when people aren't focused on your basketball skills. Sorry, Angel, but you're the one shifting the conversation, not us. She complains about AI-generated nudes of herself, yet a glance at her Instagram shows barely their bikinis and outfits more suited for a nudist beach than a basketball court. Perhaps she's used to a certain audience, followers who resemble her or sympathize with her experience, but now, thrust into the wider spotlight, her actions are visible to everyone. In other words, she's practically giving the world a sneak peek herself. Let's be honest, this is top-tier hypocrisy. The problem isn't just the outfit, it's the attitude behind it. Angel can't keep dressing for attention and then act shocked when it comes.
Ball is like this niche sport. And maybe she's just used to dealing with a certain people or certain media or certain followers that quote unquote look like her. They can kind of convey, like, they more relatable. In other words, they're not white. It's not a wide-ranging audience. Now that she's been thrust into this spotlight where she's not just saying stuff to people that would sympathize.
When people don't focus on her basketball skills, it's worth noting that the media covering her career weren't necessarily like her. They were champions of women's sports. Their coverage of Angel Reese was always going to highlight the game, promote women's basketball, and put the best face forward. She's used to that kind of fawning attention, but with her barely there outfits, it seems like she's now giving everyone a preview herself. It's like going to an all-you-can-eat buffet and then complaining about being full. She's definitely feeding the fire. The timing of this whole situation is also suspicious, especially just as people start questioning.
And so she's stepped into reality now rather than just being, it's like a hot girl. She rarely gets told the truth. And then all of a sudden she runs into a guy that, like, no, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And well, I've never been treated this way. People actually are holding me accountable for what I say and do. And so if you wanna sit there and say,
whether Angel Reese cares more about likes than her basketball skills is now coming into focus. She's stepped into reality, no longer just the hot girl, used to getting fawning attention. Rarely told the truth, she's suddenly encountering people who hold her accountable for her words and actions. If she brings up the drama around AI-generated nude photos, it can feel a bit too convenient, almost like a distraction from the real issue. This isn't her first rodeo. Her wardrobe choices and attention-seeking posts have been part of her strategy for a while. The AI controversy is just the latest chapter in her ongoing saga of headline grabbing. The timing of it all raises eyebrows, especially as people start questioning whether she's more focused on likes than on her basketball game. Audiences like this one are paying attention, and there will be critics, people like me, ready to call it out. If Angel Reese truly wants to be taken seriously, she needs to acknowledge why she seems to resent Caitlin Clark. Clark is highly skilled, while Reese is primarily an energy player with limited technical ability. People are starting to notice, and she's not going to like it. To shift focus back to her game, Reese needs to change her approach. Dressing for attention and posting revealing photos while complaining about objectification doesn't add up. Right now, it feels like she's speeding down a road without a seatbelt. Her tearful monologues about struggles come off as dramatic rather than sincere. Yes, she's faced challenges, but many stem from her own choices. You can't play with fire and be shocked when you get burned. Dressing like you're in a music video and stirring controversy doesn't guarantee people will talk about your basketball skills. This isn't just about her outfits. Reese has been playing the victim card for months. After LSU won the NCAA championship in May 2023, she lashed out on social media following criticism for trash-talking Caitlin Clark. Instead of owning up to it, she claimed she was being targeted because of who she is. It's not just about the game. It's about her consistently portraying herself as a victim. Here's the twist. Reese knows exactly what she's doing. With over 2 million Instagram followers by August 2023, she understands how every post and outfit will be perceived. When she dresses provocatively, she knows it will create buzz. And when the attention turns negative, she retreats into victim mode. Reese seems to thrive on attention, often sharing bold photos and making headlines, then claiming she's just being herself, as in her July 2023 post, stating, "I will always be unapologetically me." But being true to oneself doesn't exempt anyone from consequences. This pattern of courting controversy and then acting surprised when it backfires has been repeated so often that people are growing weary. It's ironic. She seeks the spotlight, but complains when it gets too bright.